Hello everyone. Welcome to Conf42 Cloud Native. Today we will see the power of serverless computing with cloud functions. This is Neel Shah, a DevOps community guy, building various DevOps communities like Google Cloud, CNCF, Docker, HashiCorp. I had more than 15 plus hackathons and I help people, more than 11 plus people to contribute to open source. So let's understand what is serverless computing. So serverless computing in a layman language is an execution model where your infrastructure will be scaled and maintained by the service provider. You just need to set up the small infra. It will automatically scale the infrastructure by the service provider. So this is just a definition for an layman. So let's shift from the traditional model where we were giving a lot of time to scale our infrastructure when the traffic is more. So let's focus on the core things apart from the working on the scalability. As it takes a lot of time, so why do waste our time? So let's shift. What are the advantages of serverless computing? It is cost effective. When you have lesser traffic, you have a smaller consumption, so the cost will be small. When you have a higher traffic, the consumption will be higher, it will have a higher cost. So it fluctuates. Next is scalability. So when the traffic has raised, so it will automatically scale up your product and it will trigger that to scale up your application. And the next thing is focus on code, not on the infrastructure. Eventually, we do a lot of things to maintain our infrastructure in a very good position. We do scale, we do monitor. So yeah, the scaling purpose is solved by it. Next is the evolution of serverless. Eight, 1800s, or let's say, sorry, and 90s. So there was a physical machine, there was a huge computer, there was huge OSs. It was utilized. Then it came an era of virtualization where VMware and all the companies partition from the OS and utilize two different things on the same computer. Then came the era of cloud computing, where people are storing their data on cloud and hosting their applications on cloud. So yeah, then came container, try to automate and try to containerize everything and have shifted to microservices. That's the arena. And also people are shifted to serverless, as serverless is everywhere. All the big cloud providers are providing their serverless services as some of the companies utilize it in a better way. You don't need to take care about their infra. Besides, provider do that work. Next is what are the key concepts? So it's event-driven execution, automatic scaling, and paper execution. So let's discuss what is event-driven. Event-driven is if something is changed in your code or if some event has occurred. So after that event, as may call some other function or some other thing, then this sort of thing is called event-driven execution. Next is automatic scaling, as I already told, and paper execution. The only what you own. With serverless, people will say, why serverless? So there are the major reasons. It's cost effective, scalable, time saving, event-driven model. Coming to cloud functions. The cloud functions as a serverless service provided by GCP, that's Google Cloud Platform, and it offers all the things which we discussed until now. Also, it's a cloud agnostic, while language agnostic. Why I say language agnostic? Because it allows various languages like Node.js, Python, Go, Java, .NET, and nowadays Ruby also to write their serverless function code in these languages. We will see all the things and then demo later on. What are the use cases? So here are some of the best use cases people are utilizing in today's era. It is webhook and API integration. Let's take one example, simple example. If we had integrated Jenkins, and if we had deployed and the deployment failed, then there will be alerts. And apparently alerts, if we want to call some other function which will redeploy that by changing some things, then we can do that with Cloud Function. Next is real-time data processing. Let's take an example of a live cricket match, or football, basketball match, anything, and the application owner would be uh, showcasing some, let's say, like a game or poll on the screen, and from the data of that, the admin, the owner of the application, would trigger something, because he will ask this match, which team will win, or uh, let's say if the match was interesting or something. So on the answers of the users, it will change something, and make, if this match was liked by many people, then it will have that in the first order. So these are small things which can be implemented with real time. Next is image and video processing. So for this, we have, when we store images and videos in cloud, it gathers a lot of storage. It needs a lot of storage. So why not we optimize them? Let's say we need to just store the image in the raw, like, and the minimum format of 2 MB, and just store them. So if anyone has are uploading that photo on our application, then we can trigger this and customize the size of the photo to 2 MB. So this way it will work. Next is microservice architecture. So how does it work? When we have our whole application, we try to modularize them, to break them in smaller parts. So in microservices, it can help to easily automate the things. Next is integrating with third-party service APIs. You can just see, if we this is a normal example where we are pushing some commits on GitHub, the GitHub webhook. That's a third-party API integration on a cloud platform. So the webhook will trigger with Cloud Function, and it will trigger to Slack. So there is two third-party apps, and the intervention of them is done by the Cloud Function. So this way, it could also helpful for us. Next is serverless mobile backends. So as I already told you, an example of cricket or basketball game. So similarly, as something is live, from the answers and from the prediction, from the responses of user, the owner of the application knows like which thing is like more like better, and how to trigger them. So the traffic or the application could boost or have more user. So this way, the serverless functions are helpful for it. So serverless IoT backends. Nowadays, the home automation thing is on boom. Everyone is utilizing their smartphones to spin up their fan, spin up their lights, everything. So there also this function intervention would help them. So let's see the sensor, how it works. So when the temperature, they have directly uh, like temperature sensor, but eventually from coding perspective, we can utilize the function to integrate the two third-party sensors and have the automation in IoT directly. So it plays a good role in IoT. So yeah, the thing which I told you directly. So you had a good length of video, and you then if you someone is uploading the video on your application, then you can figure out the how much storage or something could be done on the video, and just store them in the cloud storage. So it will really help you to optimize your storage, and it will eventually help you to optimize your cost. So some of the best practices for cloud functions are design stateless functions. Stateless means independent functions which are not dependent, because sometimes what happens is one function is triggered on the cloud function, and other function is dependent at that. So it will wait till the first function is triggered. So if first function goes out, the next function won't be able to do its work recurrently. So try to use stateless function type over here. Next is handling dependency efficiently. To minimize the dependency, to minimize the packet sort of thing, use lightweight libraries. So it will help you to boost your efficiency and to boost your time. Next is setting up monitoring and logging. So eventually, it is a good way to monitor and log because sometimes you need to have the minimum storage or some sort of thing. You have a minimum bandwidth. So how you will figure that? So if some thing has gone up above your bandwidth, then you should be notified. Securing function code and dependencies. So even if you are utilizing third party uh, libraries, then you should have a least privilege with that because sometimes if I use a third party library and it has security concerns, security vulnerabilities, and I had integrated in my live project, and the whole thing will be gone. To have security scans before that, and also to give them least access, least privileges. So it will be beneficial for us because as a security person, we should also sorry, as an infrastructure person, we should also consider security as one of the core major things. Optimizing cloud function performance. So cloud stars and bomb strategies. So sometimes what happens is the serverless function is working on a low end. Low end is minimum end. It is going at minimum end from almost 1 month and something. Some huge traffic has came as some good sale is there in Amazon or something. Then a huge traffic will be there. So how to like optimize them because when cold starts and warm strategies are not there, it could break the function. So cold in this technique, what you can do is every day fix a time where you are impacting a good traffic, or every month, every monthly or every weekly, you can figure out as per your perspective. So it will help you to optimize your function whenever it is in need. Next is minimizing function execution time. So it is really important to optimize it because we need to try and test them how we can get the idea. And let's say the execution time of the function is 10 seconds and we are figuring that it is we have figured 16 seconds. So it is not a good use case. So how we will figure that? We need to test and trial and then we can figure out. Next is fine tuning of timeout or values. It's the same and similar case with the execution time, but yeah, we need to figure out that. Ensuring security in cloud functions. So security is also main concern in each and every aspect. So utilizing IAM rules and giving the minimum privileges to them. Next is securing function code dependencies. So try to avoid giving your password, your passcodes, or app codes, and your functions, and store them in some other way. We have key management systems in every cloud provider. We all and some of the projects we use Vault also to store our secrets. So yeah, try to utilize the various secret tools, handling sensitive data, encrypt all the data, and also there are many services by the Google Cloud provider, so you can use them. So this is the shift which is there. So firstly, how human has shifted as a human from the animal sort of thing, the physical, virtual continues, then came the serverless. So you can understand the whole thing, whole each and every aspects like deployment speed, availability, scalability, operation cost. We have made good resources for all the cloud people. You can do visit this. It's on GitHub and it's public. You can utilize the good resources. You can connect with me for any queries. And now we will go ahead for the demo. So yeah, I already made the demo. So go on to Google Cloud, search for Cloud Functions, and then create functions. You can write the name. You can then select uh, the region. Google Cloud also has supports to reduce the carbon footprint, so it is showing low carbon in that region. And here are the types. So these are the HTTP, PubSub, cloud storage, Firestore. So so if something HTTPS requests are there, then it will trigger. The PubSub is public and subscribe. So they are the different techniques you can use, and you can also customize the thing. So these are the allocated runtime. You can set all the things. You also set how many instances you want for auto scaling. So these are all things you can figure out once when you are on the cloud function. So yeah, after making the cloud function, you can select many languages over here. You have Python, Node, React, and .NET, Java, all the here over here. I choose Python over here, and we have figured HTTP request over here. We can upload the file from local from the cloud storage, and we can also edit the file over here, seen on the right hand side. You can customize and you can test the function over here. The name is given as hello world. We will just check that and try to change that. It will take 1 or 2 minutes to load that result and this cloud function. Now I have changed my hello world to my name and it should work perfectly. See, the function is ready to test. Function is ready. Yeah, that can be seen here on both the things here also and on the console also. Hello Neil, it's there. You can try and figure out the. You can connect with me.